All right, guys, how's it going? So, it is Friday, so I hope you have a good weekend, whatever you're getting up to. I've just recorded a morning briefing on my other YouTube channel. The link is in the video description, and it'll probably pop up on the screen, I think, at the end of this video. I've got a Luis Díaz update for you. I would like to show you the article, but to be honest, I'm a little bit tired today. So I'm not going to open up my office and just to show you an article, but there was a big write-up about Luis Díaz. There was a couple of mentions of Luis Díaz today in Sport, which is the pro-Barcelona newspaper, football newspaper, and what else? And also the closest, I believe, to the likes of Deco as well, the sporting director, and Laporta. I think it's better than Mundo Deportivo, for example. Now, before I get into this video, I think yesterday I said that Liverpool had set an evaluation of £85 million for Luis Díaz. However, today, and I didn't make a mistake, that's what it said. Today, they're saying 85 million euros, which is considerably less. I'm just going to speak to my device. Alexa, what's 85 million euros in pounds? 71.4 million pounds, right? So about 71 million is what the valuation is apparently being set at. Now, the article today is titled How Luis Díaz Determined Will Facilitate His Move to Barca. In other words, how he's going to force it to happen, right? How he's going to make it happen. I'll skip through the article as quickly as possible for you. Luis Díaz wants to play for Barca and will do everything he can to make it happen. I've got feelings of deja vu here. I'm sure we heard the same thing last summer when we were going through the coverage and the commentary. He's prepared to make every effort to land at the Spotify Camp Nou. He's one of Liverpool's standout stars and has become a completely unpredictable forward. Signing a world-class talent, as Barca intend to do this summer with Luis Díaz, is a highly complex operation, especially when the primary target for the upcoming season plays for a club with Liverpool's tradition and strength, a side that just brilliantly won the Premier League. In other words, Liverpool aren't just going to roll over and do what Barcelona fucking want, right? Okay. All the key players are taking their positions, knowing full well this transaction could take weeks or even months to reach its conclusion. Deco, he's the sporting director at Barcelona, the main driving force behind this signing, I've mentioned this multiple times before, it's him that wants him at Barcelona, alongside Hansi Flick and Joan Laporta, is ready for the challenge. Liverpool, my friends, do want to sell him to Barcelona because his contract is now running down, and the contract offer's on the table and he's not signing it. I told you this, I don't know, I think it was back in November or something like that, and January. Anyway, Barcelona already knows the price tag set at 85 million euros by Liverpool's leadership. From here, several preconditions and steps must be resolved. The first thing Barca needs to determine internally is whether they can even undertake an operation of this size because of the financial limitations. They're on the 1-4 rule. They need to be on the 1-1 rule. I won't go into that. There's multiple videos about that. But I think it gets reviewed at the end of June, I think. But Laporta, the club president, said only a few days ago he's convinced that they will get the 1-1 rule back because of the revenue coming into the club. There is optimism in the offices, as Joan Laporta has expressed in recent public appearances. That was earlier this week. There's a belief the club can continue operating under the 1-1 financial rule achieved in the last winter window. Laporta's quotes there saying about the money they're due to get in. We've gone over them this week, so I won't repeat it. The first phase of Barca's plans is to prioritise contract renewals, which they've been doing. Rafinha, for example, Yamal, it's not mentioned in this article yet, is Lamal, etc., etc. While Barca gets its house in order financially, Luis Díaz must also do his part. He's coming off his best season in the Premier League and has been a key player under Arne Slot, who has taken full advantage of his versatility and even played in many minutes as a number 9 due to Darwin Núñez's struggles. For weeks, Díaz has had a contract extension offer on the table, 2 additional years until 2029. It represents a significant salary increase as his current wages are well below his performance level, as we know, right? He's not on a massive wage, Liverpool. Liverpool's leadership wants to secure one of their star players using the same approach they applied with Salah and Virgil van Dijk. I think Liverpool want to sell him. That's what I've always heard since last summer. They don't want a repeat of the Trent situation. It doesn't say Trent, but you know what I mean. Their position is clear. Either he renews or they'll consider selling if good offers arrive this summer. That's why the price is set at 85 million euros. For now, Luis Díaz and his advisory team have postponed any talks until July. He does not want to rush into anything, fully aware that Barcelona still needs a few more weeks to get organised. I was just going to say there, you know, the talk about Luis Díaz, he's going to postpone talks until July. That's because he knows Barcelona can't do a fucking thing at the minute, right? So hang on a minute, maybe, okay, I think I've read that wrong in my head there. Luis Díaz and his advisory team have postponed any talks until July. They obviously mean with Liverpool. I was thinking about, like, potentially, you know, talks to move to Barcelona. But let me repeat that. For now, Luis Díaz and his advisory team have postponed any talks until July. That's going to be Liverpool contract talks. He does not want to rush into anything, fully aware that Barcelona still need to get the shit together, basically. When his agent sits down with Liverpool sporting director Richard Hughes, who has a direct line to Michael Edwards, and Fenway Sports Group, the club's owners, there will already be a clearer picture of Barca's intentions and capabilities. That Barca, guided by Deco, is even considering a move for Luis Díaz in this upcoming transfer window shows a marked improvement in the club's financial health. It will be the biggest operation of Joan Laporta's second presidency. So, summary, just a quick summary in case, because I think I butchered the video. I'm feeling very tired today. I do apologise. Luis Díaz wants to join Barcelona and is prepared to help make the transfer happen. Liverpool value him at 85 million euros and have offered him a renewal until 2029. He's Barca's top summer target, but financial constraints and priorities mean the deal could take weeks or months. Barca will prioritise contract renewals, which we've discussed, before attempting to sign Díaz. Deco, Hansi Flick and Joan Laporta all backed the transfer, reflecting confidence in the club's improving finances. Liverpool fear another Trent-like exit and want to either renew Díaz or sell him this summer. His current salary is reportedly 3.5 million euros below his 3.5 million euros, below his performance level. He's been key under Arne Slot and even used as a striker due to Nunez's struggles. Talks with Liverpool have been postponed until July, while Barca finalise their structure. And I just want to say one more thing. In an interview with RAC1, this is separate from what I'm reading you now. This is completely different, but it was another article in Sport Today. So there was two, you know, you can see how dominant the coverage is of him in that paper, right? There was another article and there was a quote in it from Deco, who was speaking on RAC1, and he said, we like Luis, we like Louis, we like Rashford, and we like other players. When we go into the market, there are names we know could improve the team. So again, he's name checking him there. And ironically, the comment before that, leading up to that, was, well, we don't like talking about players that are not ours at other clubs, but we do like Luis Díaz. Do you know what I mean? So it was one of them. And that's it. I won't waffle on anymore. I don't think I'm doing a very good job on my videos. So I just feel tired, guys. It's pissing down outside. My mindset's not right. And I'm rushing a little bit. Okay, so I'll leave it with you. That's it. That's the latest. And I would pay attention to it. I know some people are like, don't listen to what the Spanish say. Everything the fucking said about Trent Alexander-Arnold's been right so far. And I believe them with Díaz, even though it's a different club in a different region. All right, that's why I'm here, to keep an eye on things. So you make your own minds up. All right, guys, take it easy. If somehow you did find the video informative, please thumbs up the video. Please drop me a comment. If you want to buy me a coffee or a beer, I'm off out tonight. But it won't be a beer, it'll be vodka, to be honest with you. Trying to keep the carbs down. There's a love heart under my video, and I always give a shout out to everyone that does that in my morning briefings the very next day, and I've just published one on my other channel. The link's in the video description, etc., blah, blah, blah. Cheers.